Hello and welcome. You are now looking at Google.com, and we are going to start the process by looking at the Google Classroom application. And we're going to just write in Google Classroom into the search box, or you can go to classroom.google.com. Once you've done that, you'll just hit the search. You'll see here that there is a result at the top, Classroom signed in, and you'll go ahead and click that link. Once you do that, you'll be able to come to this screen. If you have not created a course before in Google Classroom, you'll then be able to click continue and then go ahead to the dashboard. Once you do that, then what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to click this button that says create or join a class. You'll then click create class. And then you'll just need to tell Google that you are not a school and you are not signing up with students. Once you do that, then you'll click this button and then you'll click continue. You'll want to give your class a name, a section, and subject. Once you do that, you'll then click the create button. Now what you can do inside of Google Classroom is you can actually conduct instruction, whether or not it is with employees, staff, outsourcers, or even with clients. So what we're going to do is we're going to say got it, and we're then going to see some areas that we can actually begin to add content. Now you'll notice here that what you can do is you can post certain items to your class, and these can be YouTube videos. You can also post Google Documents. Now in the right hand corner, if you hover over the button, you'll notice that there are 4 things that you can actually post. You can create an announcement, you can create an assignment, you can create a discussion question, or you can reuse a previous post. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to create an announcement. Now because this is going to help us to be more productive, we can either post this item now or we can post it in the future. So you can actually post items ahead of time. You can do all of your posting on one day, and then you can set those posts to go at a certain date. And so for example, what we're going to do is we're going to write an announcement. We're then going to categorize this by creating a topic. And once we do that, we can then click post. Now along with the announcement, what we can do is we can bring something in from our Google Drive, or we can even connect a video. So in this particular case, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and connect a video. And when we click the video box, then what we can do is we can actually then search YouTube. We'll see a list of videos that we can actually attach. We can then choose the one that we are going to attach, and then we're going to click add. Now this can also be videos that you have already created, and this would be a great way for you to be able to add in additional information for the person who's actually going to be reading your announcement. And we can add multiple items. As you can see, we've actually added in a PDF by clicking this attachment. We can connect a Google Drive item, as we said. And as you can see here, we've added a Google slide from our Google Drive. We can also add in a hyperlink to this announcement. So all we'll need to do is to click this button and then write in our link. Once we do that, we'll click add link. So once we have everything ready for our announcement, all we'll then need to do is then click post. We can also create an announcement for the future, and all we'll need to do is to go to hover over the button. We'll click the link. We'll write in our information. We can then schedule this for the future. And we can set a date into the future. What will happen is this will be visible to us. However, it will not be visible to the person who is part of the course or the system. Now what we can also do is to assign a task, and we can do that by creating an assignment. And if we click this button, what we'll do is we'll write in the name of the assignment, and then we'll write in the exact instructions. When we do that, we can actually categorize this with a new topic, or we can actually place it inside of the same topic that we created earlier. We can then set a due date for this task, and we can do that by writing in the due date. When we do that, we can actually give a time also. Once we have it, then we will then click Assign. Now, note that what we can do is we can put a drop-down box here, and we can actually either set this assignment for the future, or we can actually assign it now. So we can make sure that it appears in the future, or we can assign it now. So what we're going to do is we're going to assign it now. We're also going to assign it to all of the present students. And you'll notice here that our assignment now shows up inside of the feed. And what we can also do is we can go back to this area, and then we can actually write in a question, and we can write in that question in a way so that it must be answered. This is another way of being able to interact with the people that are going to be inside of the Google Tools course. Now, there are some other aspects to the course. We can take a look at all of the students that are there and invite new students. We can actually write in a description for the course. We can determine whether or not those who are considered to be students in the course can actually comment in the class stream. And we can also invite in other teachers. In this case, you might invite in other partners who are going to be working with the staff, and you can have them in on this one assignment. We can change the appearance, and all we'll need to do is we can then either select a theme that Google gives us, or we can upload our own. Now, a more important aspect is how you invite people that you're going to be working with inside of the course. Of course, you can have students, you can have employees, you can have outsourcers. You can use this in any number of ways that will allow you to communicate to a student across a platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Students button. We're going to click Invite Students. And what you'll need to do is you'll need to have the student's email address. Once you have their email address in, you'll click Add Recipient. Now, the person or student or employee that has actually been invited will actually get an invitation from Google Classroom, and it'll look like this. All that person will need to do is then click the Join button. Now, that student will actually see the very same thing, except they'll see it from the employee or the student perspective. And so you'll be able to control what they see based on what you post and on what date is actually going to be available. So for example, this future scheduled post is not going to be visible to the student, as we can see here. And you'll see it with this browser. The person can then open the document, and what they can do is once they have completed the task, they can mark the assignment as done. And this can be a very useful way of being able to work together and have conversation with outsourcers. We're going to click Mark as Done. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Google Classroom to take a look at it from the instructor or the marketer perspective. And you'll see that it is then marked done. So you can invite one person or several to a specific class, and you'll be able to work with that class to have conversation and workflow with Google Classroom. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.